History Society. My name is Ansgar Gunnarsson. And today we're going to show you some offensive and defensive maneuvers in the Viking shield wall. We're going to go through some of the weapons and tactics used by the Vikings 1,000 years ago on this site, and then some of the weapons and the combat. The first one orders, shields at ease! You can see with the shields down by their side, they're marching into combat. As they approach into combat, shield wall! The shields rapidly come up and they advance on an enemy, showing their strength before combat, marching in a unit, and then pushing an enemy off the field. Step! 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 At this point, before they even get into combat, see, that's the enemy. They get open the shield wall. Open shield wall! At this point, spearmen can come through. Men with javelins, archers, and eliminate as much of the enemy as possible. Taking out as many people, causing as much damage. Berserkers will come through. Literally men with a weapon in each hand, bare-chested, wanting to literally die and go to Valhalla with Odin. So they would cause as much damage as possible into an enemy line. Then they would retreat behind the line and close shield wall! Once again the wall is formed, I can advance. Step! Now, there is maneuvers then to counteract those missiles that have been fired, which is a static shield wall. Static shield wall! As you can see, if they move that slow in combat, someone would already be dead. Or a hole like this here, where an arrow would go through, or here. Will we test the strength of this wall? Yeah. Or no? Will we test the strength of the wall? Yeah! Work in the morning. Shield wall! Now, we're going to show you the typical Viking that came to Ireland 1,000 years ago. It'd be something like this. Except for he's grown out of his trousers quite a bit. Now, you can see we have the mail, which protects only against slashes. We might break a rib, but at least we're not going to cut him clean open across the belly. We have the helmet to protect his head, and the aventail for the neck, the chin, and the back of the head, meaning blows would run down and run off either side. Now we have the Irish fall. So let's compare. Dennis is wearing this helmet for safety today. He wouldn't have had it at the time. Possibly no helmet or the soft leather helmet. Okay? So Paul, show us your shield. And yours? A bit of a difference. Have you got mail?
Yes.
Have you?
No.
Have you a helmet?
Yes.
Technically, have you a helmet?
No.
Your sword is big. Yours is tiny. If you had a spear, it would be how long? Ah, yeah. Okay? You can see there's a massive difference in the combat techniques as well. Where the Vikings brought axes into warfare. Small hand axes like this. Anyone?
Mine are Bowie King. Who has having a small hand axe?
It's a small axe. Smaller than that hand. or we have what is the height of technology in the Viking period. Because in a wall like that, you can grab someone like this and pull him out, or by the leg like this and pull him out, making a hole in the wall. And here's the hand axe you were talking about. While the Irish are at home, they're chopping their wood and they're cutting their kindling or carving with them. The Vikings were out using them in combat like this. Tiny piece of metal can cause so much damage so quickly. But the best thing about the Dane axe is this. Where you can behead someone from a distance. Quite effective. Now we'll go quickly on the swords. Toy away. You get that one for my daughter. We have the double-edged sword. Very fast, quick. You strike multiple places. Very quick, very light. You can see the pommel shapes are different. They started off round, they went triangular, and back to round. And the hilts became longer. The reason for this, in close combat here, if I can't get my sword in with an angle, I can take this, and I can stove his head in. I can take the hilt, which would be longer in the later period, at least that long like my finger, and I can gouge his eye out, right in front, or knock him down and knock him out. Where this is a pure killing machine. The sacks, the long sacks or lang sacks. The idea with the blade is one edge, blank top. When you strike an opponent, you put everything behind your one blow. You try and take an arm, or a leg, or his head with one move. Now, we're limited on space here today, so what we're going to do is we're going to draw back. People are going to come out with their different weapons and show you the techniques of how a spear might try and defend against a shield, or an axe might take someone out. So circle!